Okay, part two, strengths and weaknesses of the North and South. We've done this before with the Revolutionary War. In your materials, you've got a little chart which you need to identify what the North has going for it and the South has going for it. I'll give you a hint, the North seems to have more. But here are some strengths of the South. One big strength, these guys for the Confederacy thought they were fighting for their homes and their way of life. Now, their way of life was slavery, but they're going to fight harder because they think they're defending their homes and everything they hold important. Huge weakness for the South, the number of people. Not the only one, but as you can see here, the South has 9 million people. The Union, the North, has 22 million people. More people can fight for the North than the South, and that's a big deal once people start to die. Okay, here's a graphic. Shows a lot of good information. Population, how much money is going into manufactured products, stuff they can make. New York can make about 8 times as much as Virginia. Virginia is the biggest, richest state in the South, and New York can do about 8 times what they can do. Pennsylvania, almost 6, 5. So you can see the North is much richer. They've got a lot more railroads and a lot more factories. Very important. The North can make a lot more stuff and has a lot more money. Here's the North advantages. I think I may have talked about some of them right now, but there you go. Okay, interactive chart. I don't know what this is. It shows what they can make in each state. I guess you're supposed to tell me what they can make in each state. I'll give you a hint. In the South, mostly tobacco and cotton, and in the North, they're making food. Okay, how did Lincoln and Davis lead their people? This is a chart in the book. Okay, it says here, many people had expected Davis to be a stronger leader than Lincoln. Davis did not want to be president. Davis was a pretty interesting person, and it goes over some of his strengths here. He was pretty important in the Union before the Civil War. And the story goes, Jefferson Davis, the guy that becomes the president of the Confederacy, before Abraham Lincoln gets elected, all the other politicians, including the president, are kind of quitting. They don't seem to care. And Jefferson Davis is the one person who is trying to do his job right in the government. And so he kind of helped the Union until the South left, better than anybody else did. And once he had to go to the Confederacy, he gets elected president. That's why they thought he was going to be a great leader. And if you look back up at this chart, Abraham Lincoln really did not have that much experience before he gets to be the president. 1 term in Congress, didn't serve in the military. Big difference between the two guys. Anyways, here we go. Again, now I'm just going to scroll through so you can see here, Robert E. Lee, military leader. He is in charge of the Confederate armies. For the most part, they wanted him to be a leader for the North, but as it says here, he goes with Virginia. He's a Virginian, and he decides that's his home. So when Virginia becomes a Confederate state, Robert E. Lee goes to Virginia. Okay, I'm going to skip this. And we're done. Okay. That is 6.3. I'll try to go through 6.4 a lot faster.